Do you guys ever set goals for yourself in life? What about adventure goals? Well, I know I sure do, and they can be a really positive thing to really help you get some adventuring in and live that adventurous life you want to live in the next year. So in this video, we're going to talk about some of my plans and my goals for 2020 and for the channel, and I'm going to maybe encourage you to make your own goals so you can get out there more. What's up everybody, Trip Smith here, and in this video I'm going to help you guys set some goals and share with you what my goals are for 2020. You've got to make some goals and you got to make them happen. I do have a lot of dreams and plans for the future of the channel, but those things, they're hard to get to. It's hard to get to that point when I have a family and a full-time job and I have an audience who is starving for adventure, just like I am, really and truly. But sometimes it's difficult to get that stuff out as much as you guys want it. And granted, I want it probably more than you guys do, but it's just hard to make those things happen when I have other obligations in life. But I am working to get to that point where hopefully one day I can focus on adventures even more. So for 2020, let's start with the big stuff. Probably one of my biggest things is going to be Rockadoc this year. This is our third annual Rockadoc. It's going to be September 30th through October the 4th in Geneva, Alabama, the same place as last year where we had so much fun. And so I'm just going to be planning for that throughout the year and trying to make it a better event and trying to just make it better for the attendees, you know, which is what I tried to do last year and what I think happened in a very good way. And if I can do that year after year, one day maybe it could grow to be something just totally amazing and awesome. Another big thing for me and for the channel and for you guys is in June, I will be traveling to Denver, Colorado to attend Outdoor Retailer. Yes, I'm going this year. I've been wanting to go to this show for a while. I went to ICAST a few years ago and it was all fine and dandy, but it's more of a fishing oriented show. Well, Outdoor Retailer is more of a camping and outdoors show. It's going to be so much fun. I'm totally excited to get to go. I mean, I've already booked my flights. I've already booked an Airbnb where I'm going to stay. I'm totally stoked about going, and I can't wait to come back with some awesome content for you folks, because there's a lot of really cool stuff that goes on at these shows, and I promise you I've watched all the decent Outdoor Retailer videos, and there's a few good ones. There's not a bunch. I want to make a good one that shows you guys what is going on there and all the cool products. Hands down, my favorite videos to make are the ones that I like to watch, and that's why I started making videos in the first place. And I want to see a video of what it's like at Outdoor Retailer, so there's not really one out there that shows what I want to see, so I'm gonna go and make it, and it's gonna be so much fun. Now when it comes to adventures, of course I have a lot of goals for adventures. One that's been a goal of mine for a long time, a destination, is the Florida Keys. I haven't been back in years, and I say that every year. I've said that for a long time. I want to go back to the Florida Keys. Well, that's a goal this year. Am I going to make it happen? I really don't know. I don't want to say yes, I'm going to make it happen because, like I said, I really don't know, but I would really love to make that happen. So that is high on my list, but it's, you know, it's not written in stone yet, like I do have some other times written in stone where I will be taking a lot of good adventures this year. For my regular adventures, I do have a lot of different locations that I plan on going to, but I want to be going on different kayaks and different types of vessels to these locations. Kind of like I did in the last kayaking video where I borrowed the Hobie from Sunjammers down in Panama City, Florida. That was so much fun, you know, to get to use something unique, bring a different perspective to you guys, and, you know, just kind of show different paddle crafts and different crafts all together. I want to try and do more of that for you folks because I know that everyone really loved that video, and I did too. I mean, it really turned out to be a heck of an adventure with that storm that rolled in. Hey, if you're interested in maybe helping the channel reach these goals, feel free to check out the Patreon page, and you can sign up for as little as $1 per month to help support the channel to get out there more and make these adventures, all right? I'd like to say thank you so much for all the people who have recently signed up. Thank you so much for believing in the channel and supporting the channel in the future. I really appreciate that because my goal is to inspire others, and you are helping us reach that goal and inspire other people just like you to get out there. Another adventure that I want to do, and this is something that a lot of people have asked me about, is Trip, when are you going to go with your family? When are you going to take your family with you camping? Well, I would like to do that this summer season. I want to take my oldest boy, Tucker. He is about to be 6 years old, and I want to take him out on an overnight trip with him.
Hey! There's something cool. We're on the lake, and if you won't watch this video, you can. But look who's with me.
What's up, everybody? We're out there. So it's about time for him and Daddy to go out and really do a for real overnight trip, and that I think would make a great and very fun video. So that's high on my priority list, of course. Another thing on my to-do list is to sell my Gheenoe. Selling it, love the boat, but I want something a little more rough water capable, so I'm on the hunt now for some other boats, but until that time, I'm gonna kind of look around and see if maybe I could test and try out some different boats. That would be a fun thing to do, because I have a lot of ideas and things that I can do if I have a boat that can handle a little bit of chop and a little more serious adventure, because, you know, I want a little more of a serious adventure. And if I can go farther, go faster, and in rougher conditions, man, that would make for some crazy adventures like I like. One of the things that going out on a boat or even different types of kayaks can do is I want to do more like catch and cooks. Like I want to go out and I want to catch crabs. I want to go scalloping down on the Big Bend area around Apalachicola and Cape San Blas, where we do the scalloping, and maybe even down to Steinhatchee down in Florida and really do some scalloping, because I did that last year and I totally enjoyed it. So if I could be more prepared to do it, and now I kind of understand how it works, oh, I just go down there and have just such a good time scalloping. Really want to do that. But then I wanted to try some crabbing, maybe even shrimping, and I don't know, floundering. I really want to get into that stuff. Something else that you folks ask me about a pretty good bit is, Trip, when is the next subscriber trip? You're like, I know there's Rocket Dock, which is so much fun and awesome, but I want another subscriber trip where I can go camping with you, Trip. Okay, I'm doing my best to do one of those. It's going to be what, 20.1 will be this year sometime. I'm not sure when, but stay tuned on Facebook and on Instagram, because I'll be announcing it there. I'm really going to try and get one of those in this year, because those are pretty fun too. Everything is fun. Gosh, I love this stuff. Another totally cool adventure that I want to do is down in Florida. I can't remember the exact town, but there's a company called Tiny Houseboat Adventures. If you haven't checked them out, check them out. I have spoken with them a few times on the phone and through email. I'm trying to set up a time where I can go down and do an adventure on one of their little boats. They have literally a tiny houseboat down on the St. Johns River that you can rent for however many days you want and take it out and explore the springs, explore the river and all the parks and stuff around there on this little houseboat. You talk about freaking cool. I want to do that so bad. I'm going to do my best to make it happen. That would be so cool. So what are some of the locations that I'm thinking of hitting this year? Well, something called the Ocheesee Pond, which is down in Jackson County, Florida. I would like to go and do the Withlacoochee River down in the Swanee River area. I would like to maybe go and do another trip over in the Perdido and Ono Island type area down around the Florida-Alabama line. Really love that area down there. There's another island in the Mexico Beach, Apalachicola area that I really want to do a trip to, and that's pretty high on my list, so that may be one of the sooner ones that you guys see. One of the things I want to do is like a big loop trip from like Panama City out in the Gulf all the way to Destin in the Gulf, and then come back through the Intercoastal Waterway. It's like a 100-something mile loop. That will be so much fun, and I can't really do that on my Gheenoe, or I'd be very foolish to do it on the Gheenoe, crossing the bays, going out in the Gulf in that joker, unless the day was perfect and I knew it was going to stay perfect. It would be very risky. So those are some of the trips that I want to do that require a little bit of a beefier boat. Maybe not a beefier boat, but a boat that can handle chop better. And like if I went to the Florida Keys, I would more likely be taking a little boat, so I could hit all those backcountry islands and stuff, just where there is nobody and where it's so secluded. It's like Pirates of the Caribbean out there. That's what I want to do. That'd be so much fun. And one of my goals for the channel in general is to generate more revenue. Now, Trip, why do you want to generate more revenue? Are you getting greedy? No, I'm not getting greedy at all. This isn't about getting rich and making money. It's about getting out there more. You know, I have so many people who comment and send me emails and messages and say, Trip, when are you ever going to do this full time? Oh, could you please do this full time? We want more adventures. Well, hey, I want the exact same thing you want, trust me. And so I am trying to figure out ways to generate more revenue without becoming a sellout, or without, you know, trying to sell you folks something, or I don't know. I don't know. I just want to do it in the right way, and trying to figure that out is difficult, but that is my goal, because I want to be able to do this more often. Granted, because yeah, sure, I do love it, but I love providing content for you folks to inspire you folks to get out there and live your life, because I already know that there's been so many lives that have been changed, that have been touched. People who have, you know, made simple changes in their life, got out there and just have totally done a 180. I mean, I've had people tell me stories where they were on the edge. You know, let's just say, you know, they were in a bad way, and they found the channel, and they just somehow turned their life around. Look, and the sun just came out. Isn't that just fate? that's just one of my goals, is just to figure out a way to softly generate more revenue, whether that be from Patreon, which is what I would prefer it to be, because so that way I don't have to pitch some product to you guys or have sponsors and things like that. I'd rather have a audience supported channel, right? I mean, that would be the best model in my opinion, but is that possible? I don't know. I'm not really sure. It would take quite a bit more growth on Patreon, but you know, if everything would grow a little bit, we could probably make it happen one day. I don't know when. I don't know. That's one of my goals. That's one of my dreams. When's it going to happen? I don't know. Is it going to happen? I don't know. But that's what I'm working on, y'all. So now you've heard my goals. Now it's time to set some goals for yourself. And if it's your dream, go for it. Do it. Don't let anyone stop you. All right? Make it happen. I'll see you out there. Take care of yourselves. God bless, and I will see y'all in the next adventure.